Alrighty, everyone. How are we all doing today on this wonderful Wednesday? Glad that you are all here today. How are you all doing? I see both Anki and Moon are here and have redeemed the daily merch check-in. Thank you very much for that. How are you all doing today? If you ever have problems with brigands, monsters, or the struggles of everyday life, I am the mercenary for the job. I am Zenny, mercenary VTuber for hire at your service. Hope you all having a wonderful day. Hope you all enjoy today's stream. And today we're going to be continuing our playthrough of Trails of Cold Steel 2. Last week, the gang's back together. Class 7 is finally here. We got led around by the nose a little bit by Eustace, and I still kind of question the fact that he was informed so quickly and knew exactly how to sort of like set up the circumstance for us to meet him over at the airport. But nevertheless, we got everyone together, even Instructor Sarah. We also had to meet with a couple of people that one in particular that is definitely giving me a little bit of trepidation with McBurn, and we also got to meet Duvali, the wonderful gore failure that she is, and yeah, so we are back in Ymir, and we're gonna have to figure out what's next now that we've got everyone back together. And joining us today is Dan, aka XX Deadly SmorXX, joining us. How you doing today, man?
Not too bad, not too bad. One thing I will say when it comes to Trails is that, like, they do a really good job at, like, showing you, like, if a character's, like, supposed to be, like, strong and powerful, they do a damn good job at showing you that they're supposed to be strong. Because McBurn, when you meet him, every single time, everyone treats him like he's like an act, like he like the legitimate threat that he actually is. And it's really, they do the same with like Angles number 7, and again they do it with Aurelia. They do it with, because she fucking demands it. My God, does she demand it? They do it with they do it with Spoiler as well. I was like, they do it with like essentially the main overarching villain of the Cold Steel saga as well. Stuff like that. So
hello, hey, say, how's it going? But yeah, so nevertheless, well, you know what? Why don't we just sort of like cut to the chase and get ourselves set up here? So, if chat will allow me just a moment, I'll go ahead and get ourselves started so we can get right back into the story, because I'd say there's going to be quite a bit to cover today.
Yes, there will be quite a lot. The thing is, again, another thing is she's the home, because she's a countess. I think she's actually one of the richest people in all of Erebonia, right? And she literally stands, and she's in front of like this team of like Jaegers and like this massive army, and she literally just goes, "You're in my way, move." And they all move out of her way. Bearing in mind, you've got like Green and like Sarah and like a lot of strong people in Erebonia. They're like, it's fine. Like, we can take them. Like, this is our fight. Aurelia drops in and goes, "Move, bitch!" And they're like, "All right, we're gonna move."
Okay, so.
Not that woman, anyway.
Yeah, well, the one thing we also got to see last week is apparently the Alliance has been working on some sort of like improved models of the Soldats, and one specific one that they were showing off was the Hector model.
Yes,
and we got to trash that one.
Yeah, Hectors are the they're like big sort of bruisers. Yeah, I'm feeling all right. I'm feeling a lot better, guys. That's all. Yeah. it was just one of those moments where you're like, not feeling good. I'd rather not ruin what I'm doing. So that's all it was.
Yeah. I,
But
I've been noticing from
yeah,
your posts, I haven't been able to sort of watch much of any of it, but it seems to really be affecting your recent One Piece Odyssey streams.
yeah, I guess it's because I don't have like. Um, I guess it's because I don't have like as much of an extensive knowledge of One Piece as say you do. So I'm
Yeah.
kind of like limited into what I can talk about. Because most
Yeah.
of my knowledge comes from like videos on it and like some of the. I mean, I say I'm not considering like how big it is. I wouldn't say I'm like that. I'm very far behind, but like I wouldn't say I'm like at the beginning because I think I left off around about. I think I think it's they just met Baroque Works and they've
Ah.
like Vivi's come with them, but she's not Vivi. That bit. That's right.
Yeah, that's definitely early into that. That is
That's
just
like it's very early into like
yeah. You're just getting into the Grand Line at
Grand
that.
Line,
Yeah.
yeah. That's
Although I will say that there was actually a little side story that was actually covered in the live action version. I still have yet to see all the episodes, but it was sort of featured in the first one where there's a line that was sort of talked about the fact that the Baroque Works actually tried to recruit Zoro beforehand, and they had specifically sent one specific officer agent to him, but they never actually gave a design for that character or well, they only specified which number it was, and if I believe it would have been like one of the previous sevens, because I know that though they show a at the actual Alabasta arc there is a number 7.
Yeah.
That is one of the ones that is guarding one of the sort of the final gambits that Crocodile has.
Oh yeah.
But it's just one of those moments that that sort of gives a little bit of light as far as and gives a little context.
I still want to know how they managed to give a fucking cannon a King Zone through. How does that work? I need that explained, because that is like, how do you like shove it into the cannon and it's like it's now
with all the stuff that Baroque Works had been smuggling behind the Alabasta government as well as the world government's backs, especially with like the dance powder and stuff like that, as well as the fact that, remember that back when they had Bon Clay sort of disguised as the king, they had found a armament ship that was somewhere else and had rammed it right into the city right after that particular incident.
Oh, right.
So there's certain elements that you could. The Baroque Works worked really well as far as like behind the scenes stuff, because they had specifically infiltrated not only the rebels, but also the royal guards as well.
Because I think One Piece Odyssey, I think I looked it up last week, and I believe it's supposed to take place, which I think it said it might take place just after Whole Cake Island, which kind of doesn't make sense as to why Robin's there, because like Robin, Zoro, and was it someone else from the crew was in Wano at the point of like, because they split up, didn't they? Like some of them went to Wano and then some of them went to Whole Cake.
No, it was not Wano that they had went to when they went to Whole Cake. Oh no, actually no, it was. It was actually. Yeah. No, I was thinking of beforehand when some of them went to Zoe, and some of them stayed behind in the Doflamingo arc. I can't remember the island name.
Dressrosa.
Dressrosa. Yep, Dressrosa.
Yeah.
But yeah. Okay, so Um, but-
This is now a One Piece live stream.
it's a One Piece. But well, back to Trails for a sec.
Yeah.
Okay, so left the strongest impression.
Gee, I wonder who left the strongest impression for Zenny. Gee, I wonder.
This is yeah. Oh yes, how can I not love Emma?
I mean, she's great. Again, I do love it. It's one of the things of like Cold Steel 1. I liked Emma, but I kind of felt that out of all the members of Class 7, I did feel like she was the weakest in this in one specifically.
Well,
in terms of like character, I thought she was kind of, again. I still liked her, but like 2 obviously expands on her, and she like kind of becomes more central. So then that's when I started to really love her. But
yeah, but the thing is the fact that the story kind of needed her to remain a mystery, and
yes, she did. Yeah, it did.
I do feel like you get enough of her personality, as well as like some of the stuff that that she is good for. That with sort of like hinting at the few things here and there.
Yeah. They do a good job of sort of building the mystery behind it and stuff like that.
And oh my!
Now I think in terms of like weak. Old and new that I could say are weak characters. There are ones that are definitely more plot relevant, like obviously
you shouldn't have to do that.
Fucking character. Emma's also very plot relevant.
Yeah.
Gaius becomes plot relevant for reasons. It's mainly just those 3 that become plot relevant. Mostly just Reen and Emma though.
Well, the majority of the people either who may not necessarily be plot relevant to certain aspects, but they are people that are related to people that have central stakes within the war. Like you have like Elisa, who is the daughter of leader of the biggest sort of technology company in all of Erebonia.
Yeah.
And you have like Elliot, who is the son of one of the major generals in the Erebonian Imperial Army.
Yeah, and then you've got like Marcus, obviously, whose dad's been like I think
the governor.
His dad's been arrested.
Yeah.
Not arrested. And then Laura's dad's fucking missing.
Yeah.
He's like somewhere. Eustace's dad is an asshole.
Everyone either someone is directly involved with like the actual sort of main plot, or has sort of like family connections to the ancillary plots that are sort of driving the whole meta narrative.
Yeah, like that's the thing that I like a lot about like 2 is it's not just this is like Reen's fight or this is like Pete's fight. Witchly duties.
Still, this might be the perfect chance for us to sit down and talk.
Find a dad. Elliot's dad's like fighting. Marcus is trying to get his dad back. Eustace is trying not to kill his dad, even though we're all urging him to do so. Fee's obviously re-met her like family with like she met Zeno and Leo, who I like, but I love Zeno and Leo. I think they're really great.
Pardon?
Then you've got Milliam, who's trying to, like, quote-unquote, avenge Chancellor Osborne. I say quotations around avenge because, like, I don't think Milliam hasn't got an angry bone in her body. Like, I'm convinced of this fact.
Well, I don't think that she really has like any sort of like stake as far as like sort of like defending it. She understands that the fact that she is a part of a group that he created,
Yeah.
and that she does have some duty to him, but she doesn't have any like actual like emotional stake in the thing.
She's like, yeah, like kind of.
It's
like,
more of a sense of duty than an actual emotional response.
Yeah, like Claire's doing it for duty, but she has like an emotional like. She definitely has an emotion. Her and Lecter are the two that. Well, no, actually, no. I think about it. Vin's probably the only one of the Ironborns that doesn't.
It feels wonderful to bathe here during the winter.
To Osborne, because Claire definitely does. Lecter kind of does, and like the final member definitely does.
Oh,
but yes.
I love the feeling of warmth coursing through your entire body while relaxing.
Yeah, I couldn't agree more. It's my favorite time of the year to relax in the springs, too. But never mind that. Are you sure you're comfortable with both of us being here, Emma?
of course.
It's pretty late, and with the two of us, it's kind of,
I see what you mean. Still, I'm modestly covered, so I don't think it's too much of a problem. I'd appreciate it if you didn't stare at me so much, however. Although, I can't blame you too much. I'm the one who decided to come in to begin with.
Oh. I wasn't doing it on purpose. Sorry. Anyway, you said you wanted to talk, right?
Also,
Was it about anything in particular?
For me, that's my fan because my room is fucking hot. If you can hear something, that's
I actually do not hear it, but
that's good.
Yes, as it so happens.
As I say, my room's
I wanted to
fucking hot,
thank
'cause for
you,
some reason,
Rean.
my radiators kick in, even though they're supposed to be fucking off.
yeah.
Thank me? Thank me for what? I don't feel like I've done anything that warrants being thanked.
Well, everything, I suppose.
Considering the fact that you're the one that actually convinced Emma to sort of like stick around and actually sort of and to sort of become a major player in this, I'd say, yeah, she deserves to sort of give thanks to you.
I wanted to thank you for surviving all this time so that we could meet again. And I wanted to thank you for coming all the way to the Gram to get us. Crow may not be with us, but you're the reason the rest of us are together again.
I think that's a bit of a stretch. Besides, it was only because of you guys that I was able to do anything at all.
Oh, that's so sweet of you to say. Everyone contributed something in some way.
Yeah.
However, I believe Class 7 can only be what it is with you at its center.
Because you are anime protagonist.
We all believed you would get back on your feet and fight. And it's because you pulled through that we made it this far. I feel that way, and I know everyone else does too. So, thank you, Rean.
Aw.
Please don't laugh. It took a lot of courage to come in here and tell you that, you know.
I'm sorry. I wasn't laughing at you. It just finally hit home that everything Elise said was true. I had no idea that everyone was thinking of me as much as they were, or that so many people were looking out for me. It just made me realize all over again how blind I've been all this time. So I couldn't help but laugh at myself.
Oh, I see. Our bonds are stronger than you realize. They won't be broken so easily, Rean. I hope you never forget that.
Don't worry, I won't. Now that Class 7 is together again, I'm sure we'll be able to go back to the Academy one day. As long as we don't give up, I know we can make that a reality. So, let's give it everything we've got.
And maybe we'll teach some gremlins of our own. This sort of fire bulb awakening.
Of course.
Gremlins are becoming some of the most disgusting units I've ever used. Oh God! I'm telling you now, I have never used a more busted chords in any of these games quite like Cold Steel 3 Sirius. It is gross. Bro, counterattacks, when it's maxed out, it deals additional 600% damage.
Oh.
6 times on a counterattack. Pair that with Wrath and Gungnir and Kurt murders.
Oh my.
Kill. Like, here's the thing, right? Sirius was so broken, they literally nerfed it in the next game. Like, heavily nerfed it. It's still, like, ridiculously good, but it was that good, it had to be nerfed in the very next game. I think I equated Cold Steel 3 Sirius to Fire Emblem Awakening 10.
Dumb ways to die. So many dumb ways to die. Dumb ways to die.
That's
Wow.
how Sirius is done.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah. So yeah, the Gale Force effect. Oh my goodness.
God.
All right. Bonding points. Yay. This time, Laura, Emma, Eustace, and Sarah have two bondings of edge. That can be viewed instead of. Ooh. Oh, nice.
Mm.
All right. Looks like we've got something going on here. Is that? That's one of the bonding points. Okay. Oh, so we got 7 bonding points in
7,
total.
yeah.
Oh my. There's Teo. Teo just wants to go out hunting. It's like, no,
Yeah.
you're injured. You still need your rest.
Again, that's the thing. I think I talked about it with Farah. I think it's like the opposite of like Fire Emblem, right? Where a lot of like Fire Emblem characters have like really shitty dads. No one in like Class 7 has a shitty dad, for the most part.
I was gonna say,
Because I just remembered something that I can't say. This is for the most part not including Duke Alberetta, because he's gonna get thrown violently. He does a really good job of being a villain because I fucking hate him. So is Cayenne. But like Lacan, like guys, his dad's cool. Like Teo's fucking amazing. Like Viscount Arcade's great. Like Olaf's great. Fee's like adopted dad was really cool.
all right. Before we get started with some bonding points, might as well go snowboarding.
Yeah.
Get to the A3 course.
Marcus's dad's really cool. Elisa's dad was really cool. Thing is, we know nothing about Emma's dads. Don't even know who he is. Don't even know his name. We know a tiny bit about her mum, but most of it's about her grandmother.
Crud. Crud. Okay, I'll definitely go. I already missed one, so I have to get all the others clear, but definitely going to go for it again.
Yeah, because you can get the middle roads ones.
Ah. Okay, so I can't exactly jump over that.
No. Yeah, you have to avoid him.
That wasn't so great.
Yep, failed. Retry. go. Ah, crud, missed one. Alright, better time. Okay, I think I have a better idea of what I'm gonna need to exactly do to get that back and forth. So let's try it again. Because with how kind of stiff the turning is, you kind of gotta sort of like know where things are and then just sort of like set up for certain maneuvers. So for this one, you have to be already here and then starting to... There we go. There we go.
Nice.
Better result. Clear. Learned A3. What? Get prize? Passion, like, ooh.
Oh, good. That's good for strength.
And purple dotted board.
Yeah, it doesn't do anything.
Yeah,
just, like,
it's
stuff
yeah.
on the board.
All right. We'll decide who to put that on later once we've picked our crew. So I'm guessing all the rest is just sort of picking bonding points?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Let's see. So looks like the majority of the people are actually available.
Yeah.
Okay, so the way that okay, so looks like Torval is not available, Celine's not available, Machias is not available, and that's it.
Yeah, Celine's not necessarily like you don't really have bonding events with Celine, so
Yeah.
she's usually hanging around with Emma.
Yeah, because
so...
she doesn't have an actual link rating. That's the thing. It's
No.
like I do kind of want to focus on people that do need the link leveling. So Eustace is definitely going to be one of them.
Yeah, and Eustace has 2 bonding events, so you can see both of those.
Laura is going to be another one. Yeah, the other ones that are level 2 are Gaius, Elisa, and Elliot. Yes. Yeah, I think also do Sarah as well because I didn't see that I had a link rating with her.
Yeah, Sarah's playable in this game.
Yeah, I just didn't see. I didn't see on his sort of link board that he had anything with her as of yet. Oh, switch page. There we go. Okay, so Claire needs a lot.
Yeah, I would. Here's the thing. After this point, Claire's not. Claire Torval and Sharon aren't really playable after this point.
Ah, okay.
So yeah.
Okay. Okay, so better to concentrate on the people that are actually going to be sort of working with us. Yeah. All right. So, Eustace. Okay, he's at the end.
Yeah. Which I think is where Elliot is as well. Yeah, Elliot's there as well.
All right, there's Sarah. Hot mess and all.
Mm-hmm.
Imagine that someone might be in. Nope. Surprised that no one's trying to eat anything at the restaurant. All right. There's Elliot. Nope. No one in there. There's Machias. No. Wait a second. Oh, I think I know where Eustace might be. Ah, right here, by the billiards table. So, yeah. This is something that we go work on together. Eustace, all right? Yep, we'll go ahead and spend time with Eustace. Who's the blazes? Arthur. A family horse. It's a fine horse. It has a strong air of dignity about it, and much like the young horses back at the academy. Yeah, he does. He's pretty friendly too, isn't he? He's been here since Dad took me in, so he's getting up there in the years. But he's still got that same energy. His dad still takes him out hunting along with Badeau. I see. I imagine his dignified appearance is a result of much experience then. He does appear to be in dire need of some exercise, however. His muscles aren't quite as defined as they should be. Wow, Mace, you could tell you're not in the riding club for nothing. He hasn't had much chance to get out and about since Dad was injured, so that's probably why. Then, if we can, I'd like to do something about that. What do you say you to giving him a good brushing before we take him out? I think he'd like that a lot, actually. Do the horse care? He really seems happy to be out of the village. It's been quite a while since he last had the chance. So it appears. Imagine that he would rather go out hunting with his master, however. Horses are always far more comfortable with their usual rider. My family and the riding clubs are no exception. That makes sense. But with Dad's injuries, I don't think he'll be fit to go out hunting anytime soon. Speaking of the riding club, do you have any clue what's going on back at Thor's? You were the one who managed to get the bike out of there, so I figured you might know something. Mind you, I was only able to do so through the Noble Alliance. I tried to make use of my position as a member of House Alvarea as best as I could. Unfortunately, my authority pales in comparison to Father or Rufus. So I'm afraid that was the most I could do. That's a shame. Still, I appreciate you trying. I really do owe you a lot, even for little things like helping me look after Arthur. I hardly think that deserves your thanks. Being my father's son, some of the responsibility for his disgraceful actions falls on my shoulders as well. I have a duty to do all within my power to atone for that to both Baron Schwarzer and Ymir's people. I'm sure my brother feels similar. Even if he appears to be prioritizing his role in the Civil War at the moment. Like I said back in Bereahard, There's no reason for you to feel responsible for what happened here. I understand your concern about your father and your brother, but dwelling on the past benefits no one. All we can do is keep moving forward. You do have a point. No burden out there exists that you should have to shoulder alone. Not as long as you're a member of Class 7. As long as we're together, we'll be able to carry the weight of any burden. One would think I'd be used to how our class works by now. And the Imperial nobility should show its spirit through actions over words. Exactly. We both know what we need to do. We swore to one another when we fought that moment you came back to us. Indeed. And I fully intend to do so, to do as promised. Nice conversation. Yay! And link level 3. All right. Yeah, might as well get Elliot in there. So, wait a second. Yeah, he was upstairs. Hello, Elliot. Sitting in here brings back memories. Remember trying to lock down ideas for our concert in the middle of our trip? Yes, it wasn't that long ago. But it feels like another lifetime. Especially since Crow was with us then.
Oh, yeah, because I think there's like an audio drama that goes into detail about what happened on that trip with Ymir. I think so. It had something to do with Phantom Thief B as well. I think turned up.
Oh, okay.
I haven't listened to it. I haven't listened to it myself. I should try and find it, but yeah.
Okay. It's not another lifetime, is it? It's this one. There's no reason that all of us hanging out and having fun has to stay a thing of the past. The only hard part is figuring out how to make that a reality again. Which is admittedly pretty hard, but I'm thinking of ways to make it happen. Yeah, we're gonna hang out with our good buddy Elliot here. Come on, Elliot, let's take a break. The more frustrated you get over not being able to think of anything, the less likely it is you'll actually will. Yeah, I guess you're right. I know just the thing to clear my head. You used to play the lute, right? It's still around. Can we take a look at it? Aw. Replaying the lute. Well, we managed to get permission to play here, but I've got to say, I'm feeling pretty tense about this. I haven't touched this lute in forever, so playing it in front of a crowd all of a sudden is a bit... You'll be fine. Just play it like you play the guitar during the festival. One of the best things about music is that it can be made with any combination of instruments. Well, if you insist, I'll give it a go. Better to try and fail than to not try at all, right? Yeah. That was actually pretty fun. See? I told you it would be fine. Not being up on a stage or having lights in your face takes off a lot of the pressure, too. I sometimes used to perform like this at the concert cafe back at home. Oh, really? Still, I'm guessing it'd be even more fun if I could play half as well as you do. I don't know if I'm really as good as you make me sound, Rain. I've got a lot of practice ahead of me if I decide to pursue a career in music. Emphasis on if. That's right. Your dad's finally giving you permission to go through with it if you want. Have you started giving it any serious thought yet? Yeah, a bit. Not that I'm getting anywhere. I'm happy to have his approval, but it's still not a decision I can take lightly. It's probably silly to even be thinking about it now. I mean, we need to focus on getting through this war first. Yeah, I would agree with that. Not at all. There's nothing wrong with giving a thought about your future when you can. You're right, it's something you can't take lightly, and it's still hard to tell how things will be after the war ends. But pursuing a life of music is what you decide to do in the end, and you've got my full support too, not just your dad's. Thanks, Reen. But right now, we need to focus on our future as a class. Once the war is over, then we can start living for the future. Yeah, you're right. They're good buds. There we go. And auto tier. Yay. All right. Next one to... Yeah, let's go ahead and get Sarah done. You hot mess. I see as Toval and Miles are safe. Guessing all the bracers here in Arabonia are probably okay. Wish I could say the same for our colleagues over in Crossbell, though. We can't even get in touch with Wenzel. A friend of yours? We go back a ways, yeah. He used to be registered as a bracer here, but eventually he packed up and moved to Crossbell. Anyway, leave worrying about the guild to us. You've got enough on your plates as it is. Just focus on what move you guys are going to make next. If you feel like you need a break, I'd be happy to join you, though. Just as long as it's not in the tavern. Of course she was going to go to... God. I'll stick with the dry life. Okay, how drunk is she gonna get? No sooner than they arrive ask for alcohol recommendations. Send it on ginger ale. Oh, hey, ginger ale. This is the good stuff. Got a very mellow taste, but it's sweet and refreshing too. I have no idea you could make something so good out of rice, of all things. It's kind of alcohol from the east that Master Kafai brought here, I believe. Gerald said it's called Jumai Shu. That Master Kafai sure knows his stuff. Sounds like a man I'd love to drink the night away with. He's always been a bit of a heavy drinker, so I'm pretty sure he'd take you up on that if you asked. But you might want to cut down on the booze. With things so shaky right now, you never know when you need to take action.
When she gets you to drink alcohol that's 96%, I don't think she's cutting down on shit. She does. In CS3, she gets me to drink alcohol that's 96%.
Wow.
Randy and him also drink rum that's like, I think 70 or 75%.
Oh my.
Alcohol in Arabonia is fucking... Actually, no, to be fair, Spiritus is from Northumbria. And I can't remember that. I think that rum is from the rum that him and Randy drank was from Aeroponium. But yeah, alcohol's strong.
Oh my goodness.
Reference, please don't drink alcohol that's 96%. You will probably fucking die. Then also 70% as well. Don't do that. That's
Yeah,
bad.
that is really bad. Like, isn't it like most alcohols, like at most maybe like 10 or like 13%?
Yes, like,
Like,
around about that. Like I think like a heavy, like what was classified as the liqueur, I think is like in the tens, like tens, teens, that kind of stuff.
yeah,
Like most beers, ciders, lagers, and stuff like that. Those are normally just in the single digits, like
Yeah.
4-5% and stuff like that. But I think wine, some wines are like 40. I think. Hang on, let me look.
the fact that the alcoholic drinks it can have such an effect at such little percentage, it just goes to show just
I was
ha- have
way
it,
wrong.
yeah.
Alcoholic content in wine ranges from as low as 5.5% to 25%. So I was wildly off.
Okay.
5%. I knew wine had had like a lot in it, but
Yeah. I know. I'm not planning on getting myself plastered when you got that discussion later on, so don't freak out. I think I've earned a bit of alcoholic relaxation time, personally. After all, I went cold turkey while I was in hiding. It was torture. Would you deny your poor instructor some sweet, sweet relief? Sure, relief. Let's call it that. What have you been doing all this time anyway? We didn't hear so much as a rumor about you. I was just lying low and gathering what information I could through the connections from my guild years. Information about what was going on elsewhere in the country, the capital in particular, that kind of stuff. In the capital? Did you manage to find anything out? No more than you did yourselves, sad to say. The Noble Alliance is doing a great job of keeping information from leaking out of the city. After that, I decided to sneak into the Cruzan province to follow the Alliance's movements from there. That's when I ended up getting in contact with Eustace. I see. It's pretty impressive you were able to do so much all on your own. Working alone and gathering information are two things I had to get used to during my guild years. So it's nothing new for me. If anything, I'm more impressed with everything you've managed to do. Just that we just want to talk to the nobles. Well, I should say two nobles specifically.
two nobles specifically, Cayenne and Alboria.
Yeah. I was glad to see everyone here was okay after that Jaeger attack, too. Sounds like it was a high-ranking corps. Yeah, the Northern Jaeger is under orders from Duke Alborea. Fortunately, there were no fatalities, even if the experience was pretty traumatic for everyone. We'll load a shotgun as well on our end here. Dad's woken up now too, so there's been no real long-term damage there. He had the goddess's blessing in that respect. Sorry I couldn't be there to help when you needed it most, Reen. No need to apologize. Couldn't have possibly known what was going to happen. I'd say the moment that we needed you the most, you certainly did. Because I'm pretty certain that McBurn was going to murder us all.
Rio would argue there would be two fatalities at the end of this. One would be Duke Alborea, the other is Duke Cayenne.
Hey, how's it going, Rio? Glad to see you here as well.
Yeah.
You don't need to apologize. Yeah. Is something wrong? You look distracted all of a sudden. Mhm. No, it's nothing. I was just thinking about what a relief it is that your dad's okay. He's always seemed like such a pleasant man, especially for a noble. Handsome, too. You eyeing Teo there? He's already married. I don't like where this is going.
That didn't stop her from going after fucking Viscount Arcade. Actually, that's the thing. We don't know anything about Laura's mum. That's one thing. Is like
Yeah.
we know decent bit about like one of the parents for some of them, but the other one we know fuck all about. Like I said earlier, we don't know anything about Emma's dad. We know
Okay.
nothing about.
Yeah.
Oh, that's fair. Yeah. Also, Laura's mom's dead. Fair enough. We know
Yeah.
nothing about. Again, aside from that, we know nothing about her. Elliot's mom we know is dead, and she was a great pianist.
Yeah.
Marcus doesn't. I don't think Marcus mentions anything about his mom. I think Eustace mentions a bit about his mom. We've seen Gaius's. Is Gaius the only one that hasn't a live mom? Lucia doesn't count. Well, Lucia counts because she's Reen's adopted mum, but like Reen's biological mum is very much dead. Emma, we know, as I say, Emma, we know a bit about hers.
Yeah.
Elisa, we know quite a bit about Lisa's mum.
Yeah, like Gaius is like the only one with actual both biological parents still alive as far as
Yes. Yes, he is. Yeah, no, yeah, he actually is. Of old Class 7, yeah, he's the only one with both biological parents alive. Because for New Class 7, both Yuna's and Kurt's biological parents are alive.
Okay. Alright.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, but you know nothing about like Crow's parents. We know nothing
Yeah.
about his granddad that we know about. And Milliam.
Obviously, we're not going to know about her because of the fact that she's part of the intelligence division. They keep their secrets.
Yeah. One only thing like Cold Steel 2's outfits for like everyone are like really fucking good. I still like, and I think Gaius' one, as I said, I think Gaius' one is really good. I really like Gaius' outfit in 3, 4, and Reverie. It's really fucking cool. But I still think like this like coat that Reen has, like his outfit here is like peak Reen outfit in my opinion.
Ah, little hawk.
He's
The CS2 code is his best code. Never heard anyone.
yeah. I mean, don't get me wrong. Like his coat in like 3 and like 4, it's good. It's good, but this one is like really good.
I wonder what it would be like to sort of like be like right next to one of these sort of like larger birds of prey, like a hawk or like an eagle or stuff like that. It's something I never really experienced. It's like I actually got a story from my childhood. Specifically, as far not necessarily like an interaction with a bird of prey, but sort of something that sort of leads to a little interaction. Is like When I was living with my parents and my family, me and my two sisters, we ended up finding a bird that had sort of ran into the side of our house, and we we ended and one of my sisters ended up sort of like working to sort of nurse it back to health. And the funny thing is that almost immediately after we released the bird, it gets snatched up by a hawk and eaten. And it devastated her.
Could imagine. Be free. Gone.
Oh my goodness. I would say probably the closest I've ever had. I might. Okay, I think I might have overlooked a situation where I probably would have been close because, back for like a school field trip, we actually went to a festival called Indian Summerfest, or I should say like Native American Summerfest, because it's sort of like celebrating like Native American culture, because the state that I live in does have like sort of like deep ties to sort of our Native American tribes. And it's held at the Summerfest grounds in Milwaukee, which is sort of famous for the annual Summerfest festival, which is the largest music festival in the world. Like over 1 million people go there each and every single year. And obviously, with like sort of like Native American stuff, I believe there might have been sort of like a demonstration of like sort of like connections with sort of like bird of prey animals, that's sort of like tamers and stuff. And so yeah.
Yeah, I think it's cool because like there are some birds of prey like kites, for instance, that like, and like some of them is like they can literally like be stationary, like without flapping their wings, and they're like locking onto like a prey. They can literally be stationary in the air.
Yeah.
And like look for this. Okay. While birds aren't like my area of expertise, that's mostly reptiles. But like they are really cool. They have like some birds have bigger wingspans than you think they do.
Oh yeah.
Like, vultures, for example, they are big.
Oh yeah.
Like their wings are huge.
Yeah, is it like it's like a specific breed of albatross that is among like the biggest?
Yeah, albatross. Albatross, when it comes to like wingspans, like they are huge. I think it's like yeah.
Hunter wing.
New craft.
To summon Zeo to do damage. Ooh, nice.
Let me check. So I was going to say something.
All right. Okay, so I need to get Elisa and Laura.
Oh no, yeah, you are right. The wandering albatross has the largest wingspan of any birds, which is 11.5 feet from tip to wingtip, from tip to tip.
Ah.
Because I know the Andean condor has like, I think it's like a 7 foot. There we go. There was a bird that was like had a 20 foot up. There was a bird that lived 2.5 million years ago that had a 24-foot wingspan.
Okay, you're talking about like actual traditional bird, not like one of like the pterodors, or?
Yeah, no, that's a traditional bird.
Okay.
Feathers or not, with 24 feet wingspan, bro. Crazy. Because if we're talking about largest flying creature, that easily goes to Quetzalcoatlus.
I thought I've heard that there was one in particular that was sort of like started to sort of like recently get discovered that might actually be a bit larger than the Quetzalcoatl.
Largest.
Might be referring to just like largest overall flying animal, but
Oh, there. Oh yeah, there is. It doesn't look like this one. It's a bit bigger. That's fucking crazy though. That like a creature that had a 33 to 40 foot wingspan and weighed about between 151 to 8. I think it says feet here for some fucking reason, but it's probably pounds. 820 pounds.
wow.
Huge.
Yep.
Massive.
Yeah, once again, yeah, talking about yeah, Lisa's mother is also missing at this point, but aw. Oh.
Yeah.
Flashback. Oh. It reads just being oblivious. I ended up getting lost on mountain. Just when I started to think I'd be lost there forever, a boy appeared out of nowhere and he led me all the way back to Ymir. That boy was you, I'm sure of it. That does ring a bell, actually. The year after that was when the whole thing with my power happened. I kind of pushed everything else to the back of my mind. Weird. Really did meet back when we were kids. I'd say the game is kind of pushing you in a certain direction as far as
Yeah, yeah, a lot. Yeah, it's kind of like a thing in like the community where everyone's like, yeah, Rin and Lisa are the quote unquote canon romance. I do like that they give like Falcon do give it like do sort of like make it clear that like any of the like the girls that can get with Rin, like it makes sense that they can get the why Rin would like why they can go why they go with like he could go with them and stuff like that. But yeah, no, they really heavily push Rin.
Aw. Sorry, didn't quite catch that. No, you're just being an idiot. Like always.
Yeah.
Awkward. Hey. Oh, and got link ability cheer. All right. Okay, so Laura's the last of the students that we've got to get to level 3, so might as well take care of that. More, so it's another reason for us to hasten to its conclusion. Sure thing. Oh. Oh. Oh my. Laura asking us to take her to our room. Eastern Field, conveying a former student of Yunka Highs. Is there anything here that's particularly representative of the Eight Leaf School?
That's one character I want to. They better fucking put Kafai in Kaino Kiseki like the final game in the Zumerian saga. They better fucking put him in. Because he's mentioned so much, but he's like never, like, he never directly interacts, aside from like
it
letter that he sends Reem in 3. Like, we never directly see him on screen. He never directly interacts with anyone.
So
he's like also trained like some of the most badass characters in the entire fucking franchise, like Cassie Bright, Arius McLean, Reed, and like Shizuna, who's like a character in Daybreak.
Okay.
But like, he's training like badass swordsmen and swordswomen as well. But like, he's never fucking seen. It's like, please.
So I'd like then ask the question: does he even have a character design? Like, is there like a concept art?
Okay. He had the character design.
Okay.
But, like, I'll send it to you.
Okay. Yeah, like the most that we've sort of gotten from him is where he's from the East. The fact that he's sort of this master swordsman teacher, and that he's apparently an extremely heavy drinker.
Yes, he does. We know that obviously he comes to like Ymir a lot because he like drinks with like Teo and stuff like that, and obviously he trained Green. And we know that him and Viscount Arcade they haven't fought. They've talked before. I think they've talked a few times, and they've never like sparred or like they've never had a match together because they just get so distracted in talking about like different like philosophies and like swordsmanship and all that kind of stuff. They just get distracted. Yeah. So. This is that is Yun Kafai.
Okay. Okay. Probably not too far off from what I would probably expect.
Hmm.
Oh, child, we gotta us overcome with reach greater heights. Yeah, Reed and Laura are definitely the training buddies of this group. Link ability, anger. Laura would like to rage. Okay. Let's see here. Okay, all of the students are at level 3, and Sarah is also at level 3. According to Aurelian, Viscount Arcade and Ka-Fi did fight, but there wasn't a winner.
Oh, I feel like I do think so. Yeah. It's been a while. I do have a I do have a playthrough of what I was doing, and then I decided to go play Baldur's Gate 3 instead.
Okay. I would like to ask, is there like maybe like someone that we could talk to that just like with like Gaius maybe got us a specific craft that I can talk to, or?
I don't think so.
Okay.
Has been a little bit since I have played 2. Which I think, well, a little bit. I think it was last year, but still.
Okay. Okay, I just gotta think then on who I want to spend this last bonding point on.
I mean, if you can't think, you could always do Emma.
Yeah, that probably is a good idea. I mean, yeah, go with the romantic. Yep. When in doubt, go with the romantic option. Oh, I get to go shopping with Emma. Hey. All the secrecy is creeping me out anyway. There we go. The color just right too. That's wool, right? Didn't know you could knit. Used to do it quite often back home, actually. Been working on a scarf for Celine for a while now as a sort of reunion present. It's almost done too. I ran out of wool, so I came here to buy some more. Oh, really? In that case, why not finish it in our living room? That way you should be able to work on it without her finding out the surprise. Sounds like an excellent idea. Thank you, Reen. Oh, that's got to be an absolute mood to be able to be in like a sort of like cabin in the middle of winter, just sitting on like a chair or a couch right in front of the fireplace. That has got to be an absolute experience. I would absolutely love to. Made some tea, Emma. Wow, that looks great so far. Yeah. Why, thank you, Reen. I think the state blue color will really suit her personally. Yeah, definitely. Can't wait to see how it'll look when it's done. Nice to see how close the two of you are. Close? You really think so? She's certainly important to me, but at the same time, she's not exactly pleasant to me most of the time either. I don't think she means any harm by it. Don't tell her that I said this, but she was really worried about you the whole time we were separated. I know for a fact that she cares about you, even if she has a tough time putting it into words. Really? Thanks for telling me. Been together since the day I was born. But I guess I still have a hard time reading her. Once I began training to become a full-fledged witch, she became my familiar. So in a sense, she's like a sister to me. Really? I'm kind of jealous. As far as siblings go, it's like you two can be completely open with one another. When it comes to Elise, I always find myself holding back from saying what I'm really thinking. You say that. I'm sure Celine is still keeping plenty of things from me. I can certainly be more open with her than I can with Vita, though. At least. You don't mind me asking, how are the two of you related anyway? You said she was something of a sister when we first found out her true identity. She's a sister in the sense that we both trained to become witches together. I always admired and looked up to her, both for her skill in witchcraft and her beautiful voice. Even now, I feel like I'll never be able to catch up to her in terms of raw talent. I see. Maybe you can, maybe you can't. All you can do is keep trying, really. I suppose. One thing's for certain. Won't be able to catch up with her in a day. You didn't learn how to knit that scarf in a day, right? That took time. Catching up to Vita shouldn't feel any different. All you can do is keep trying to better yourself. When you put it that way, you have a point. Thank you for your encouragement, Rain. I feel a lot better now. Ah. Hey, and link level 4. Auto charge and cover. Nice. Alrighty. Alrighty. Let's see. I should be able to do some exchanging. Nope, I don't have any mass on me, so... Alright. Okay, so as far as... Okay, so this is still on the previous map stuff. Yeah, because I've already got the elevated version of the Asagiri.
Yes.
Yeah. So we'll wait on the shopping for later. Well, if there's nothing else we can do, might as well go ahead and progress. Yep. All right, time to meet. Time to discuss on what we're going to be doing moving forward. Eventually start to the Phoenix Wing cafeteria. Yep. $7,000 Mira.
Oh, you went up a rank.
Nice.
Here's a little something from the guild.
Ooh, got a Dragon Vein. And we also got Braveheart.
Keep it up. This ain't half bad.
Nice. A grade.
I've thought long and hard about it, and I think we as a class need to find a third way. A path of our own, separate from the ones the reformist and noble factions are taking.
A third way, you say? I do agree. It wouldn't feel quite right for us to directly support either side.
True. We might be military academy students, but we're still students.
Involving ourselves in a civil war isn't something we should take lightly. We might have a divine knight on our side, but we're still going to need to be very careful how we proceed.
Whatever we do, Valimar will certainly be at the center.
No doubt.
Yeah.
We've all seen how powerful the Divine Knights are. If we use them right, we can intervene in the war as much as we want.
They're quite literally beings of legend. However, his potential influence on the war is all the more reason why he will need to be used cautiously.
What are we gonna do then? Even if we agree on not siding with either of the factions, I'm pretty sure each of us have different stuff we want to do. And different things that we have to do too.
Yeah, that's true. For my part, I need to rescue Elise and Princess Alphen from the Noble Alliance's clutches.
Yep.
Whether it's alone or with you guys, it's something I'll do.
There's no way you'll be alone for that. We're with you all the way. I'm concerned about Dad too, what with them having him under arrest.
I still can't get in contact with Fiona either. I'm glad I was able to see Dad, but I'm worried about her.
For me, I'm worried about Ruhr as a whole. It's a huge relief to see you're all right, Sharon, but Mother's still unaccounted for.
I'm sorry I can't do more to comfort you, my lady.
And I have no idea where Father's been for the past month.
Yeah, we need to get back in contact with Duke Arcade.
I'm certain he must be well, but all the same.
We're all worried about our families, I see. Hopefully, we can find some information on all of them before the fighting gets any more fierce.
I'm certainly not worried about the safety of mine. Although, suffice it to say, if we choose to intervene in the war, conflict with them is all but inevitable.
That goes for Zeno and Leo too. They've been hired by the Noble Alliance, so I'd say it's likely we'll run into them in the future.
I'm almost banking on it.
Plus, Emma and I still need to talk to Vita to see what exactly she's trying to do. To figure out what's so important to her that she was willing to break a taboo to do it.
That's true.
Whatever you decide to do, you'll have my full support. Just as the warriors of Nord did 250 years ago, I'm determined to fight to protect my second homeland, and those who live within it.
Oh, same! We can do this! I can back him up, right, Claire?
How could I say no? I have my own duties to take care of as part of the Railway Military Police, but I fully intend to support all of you with everything I have.
I'm thinking it's about time I return to helping the guild, actually. But I'll still be in touch with Sarah, so I'm sure I can lend a hand or two anytime you need it.
Naturally, I'd be overjoyed to continue serving as your dormitory's caretaker.
I'm your instructor, so you're stuck with me to the very end. Whatever you choose to do, you'll have my support. You're going to need to decide on a more specific course of action, though. Resolving to find a third way is a start, but only a start. It also leaves plenty of questions that need to be answered on top of it all.
Well, then how about this? Let's figure out right now whether or not we want to keep using Ymir as our base of operations.
Just so we're clear on this, there's a limit to how many people can use the Spirit Path at any one time.
Yep.
And with as many people as we have now, I'm not sure how useful it's going to be at this point.
And we're limited on how frequently we can use it.
Oh, right.
But we're also just as limited on where we can go otherwise. We haven't exactly been the most subtle group around. Who's to say we could even operate elsewhere?
An astute point. The Noble Alliance will no doubt be even more wary of us than before.
In the end, no matter what we decide, we lose.
Indeed. Yet we're short on time, so a decision must be made now.
There's gotta be something that only we can do.
Yeah. I don't know what it is, but I know it exists. And I'm sure that we'll find it. The best thing we can do now is keep talking things out until we find a way. There's no point in rushing into a decision.
Well, doesn't this look fun?
Oh, boy.
Mind if I join in?
What in the world?
It couldn't be.
Yeah. Remember when
Vita?
I told you this shit was gonna happen?
Of course you were listening in.
It's lovely to see you again, Emma. You were finally able to reunite with all of your classmates. I'm happy for you. Really, I am. The goddess was on your side after all,
Cut the crap, Vita. Have you been listening in all this time?
Where are you?
I'm not far at all. Listen closely now.
The fact that apparently she's not that far. Oh.
That sounds just like...
Is that...
Yeah.
God damn it.
It's coming from above us!
Ah, shit. Here we go again.
Isn't that the Noble Alliance Force's flagship?
What's the Pantagruel doing here?
Damn it! I didn't think she'd tell the rest of their army where we were.
But why now?
Why? Because our preparations are finally complete.
Vita! Vita, you're here.
Yes, I am here, in the flesh.
I still
Good
think
day
this
to you
dress
all,
is, like,
Class
the
7.
best outfit, in my opinion.
As nice as it would be to finally give you a hug, Emma, I wouldn't want to keep our guest of honor waiting any longer. So, without further ado...
Don't get me wrong, I like her like outfit in like in the other games, in like the later games, but
Isn't that...
The Azure Knight.
Hello, Crow. Where's my 50 Mira?
Crow.
Long time no see, guys. Sorry for dropping in on you like this, but I'm sure you know the drill by now. You ready to have some fun?
Is that really you, Crow?
There's no doubt about it.
Yeah.
See, you damn terrorist.
well, of course it's Crow. No one else can fucking
Come on!
get into my nights that we're away from them.
Heed my call! Valimar!
All right.
Acknowledged.
Time for us to get schooled.
I'm not gonna lose this time. Because at the end of the day, he's just an obstacle that needs to be overcome. So lend me your power, Valimar!
Very well. Use my power as you see fit.
You've really taken to piloting since your last encounter, haven't you? I was hoping you would, and you didn't let me down. You boys have so much potential. But potential is only that. Potential. And you, Reen, might want to reevaluate just how many obstacles need overcoming.
Well. Oh, great. You three. And more.
Yep. The whole like top dogs of the Noble Alliance are here.
This is bad.
Aren't those the Alliance's allies?
Long time no see, kiddos. You doing all right, Fee?
I see the Purple Lightning has joined your ranks.
Xeno. Leo.
Zephyr!
And a few members of Ouroboros, too. Guess all the big guys wanted a piece of us today.
And look, Sammy's here too.
Kindly stop referring to Clown Soleus with that bizarre nickname.
We're gonna call it Sammy.
Ah, it's such a pleasure to visit this wintry wonderland once again.
Shut up, Blue Blanc.
Oh, it's a pleasure, all right. The time for my long-awaited revenge has finally come. Now you shall pay!
It's only been 2 days since you first fought them, you know.
This could pose a problem. Why send so many powerful allies here? And all at once?
You've proven to be rather formidable adversaries, after all.
It wouldn't do to underestimate you.
Hello, Rufus. God damn it.
Rufus!
The best written character.
I'm pleased to see you all again, ladies and gentlemen of Class 7. As for you, dear brother, I was told that you'd run away from home. It does my heart good to see you safe and sound. So, you've finally gathered up the will to make the difficult choices life set at your feet, I presume. Even if those choices place you in my line of fire?
Yes, I have.
Can't believe he's shown up too.
The Noble Alliance is pulling out all the stops to finally get rid of us, aren't they?
Reen, we'll take care of everything here. You and Valimar have your own battle to fight.
Are you sure?
We're in for a real brawl out here, but a guy couldn't ask for better opponents.
Leave the battle on the ground to us.
We've no intention of backing down without a fight.
Wait, Sharon!
I know they're all strong, but still.
That's quite a heavy cast that they're going to have to face off against.
Here he comes!
I'm impressed. You managed to hold your own better than I expected you to. It's only been a month or so, but you've really grown as an Awakener, Reen.
Well, it's hard to go through the kinds of things I have without growing from the experience. And now that I've done all that, I'm going to be the one who takes you down.
No, you're not. I said you could hold your own, not that you could win. Remember, there's still a 3-year gap's worth of experience between us. And it's time you realize just how much of an impact that gap has.
That's enough, Crow!
All right, time to see how long I can last on this one.
Do they really stand a chance?
Well, they're putting up a good fight so far, but... Yeah, it's not looking good. They're outnumbered, for one thing.
Then it's time we lent them our aid.
Agreed. Weapons at the ready, guys.
Always in a rush, aren't you? Stay right where you are. I'll serve as your opponent today.
You will?
Trying to stop us from joining in?
I'd rather our intrusion cause as little inconvenience as possible for the people of this village. I'll let you make the first move. It's been quite some time since I last instructed you in fencing, Eustace. I look forward to seeing how you've improved.
Wow. Yeah, fencing when you're using a broadsword.
Yeah.
His guard's perfect.
Stay alert.
Yeah.
Rufus is a master of court fencing. We'll need to put all we have into this battle to even stand a chance against him.
I would have it no other way.
All right. Oh, okay.
Yeah. This, so aside from like the Divine Knight battle with Crow, this will be your only other fight, really, because you don't get to fight the others, just this one.
Okay. Eustace, Laura, Fee, and Emma, with Gaius and Elliot. All right.
Show me what you're capable of. Oh, light.
Ooh. Counter.
Onward.
All right. I actually want Laura and Fee linked. All right. Yeah, let's give you some insight.
My turn.
All right. No, I'm gonna just do a regular attack. And miss.
Very well.
Ow. All right. Yeah, he's not gonna have too much of any weaknesses, so.
Yeah.
And I can't even hit him.
Here I go. Now.
Analyze.
You got critically useless, so that's good.
Okay.
Yeah. And Fee healed up a little bit.
Yes.
I'm not going to waste on Crass, just in case, yeah. Because more than likely, I'm not going to be able to hit on much of anything.
Predictable.
Oh, he can hit much of anything either.
My turn.
Yeah. All right. Okay, so I got a critical with Eustace. Yeah, it's Broomblade. Yep, of course.
This isn't.
It's not over yet.
Ooh, finally.
My turn.
It's probably obvious, but I'm pretty sure this one's a force loss, so.
Yeah, that's pretty much what I'm figuring.
Yeah.
It's my turn. How about this?
Should have been paying attention.
Onward.
Ooh.
Now's our chance.
I'll back you up.
Natural impede.
Here I go.
Nice.
0 arts.
Now.
Oh, light.
Missed.
Whoopsie.
Onward.
All right. Chances are I'll miss. Oh. He resisted, but. No, Luminous Ray.
Unforgivable.
And she's down.
I'm sorry, everyone.
Onward. Sia!
And now.
Leave this to me.
Oh, light.
This is nothing.
Oh, light.
Yep. Okay.
I wasn't strong enough.
Yeah.
Yeah. Force loss. Yeah.
I mean, considering how many times he was dodging it,
Yeah.
it makes sense.
Yeah.
Well, I won't deny that was an entertaining diversion. But you'd do well to intensify your training regimen if you hope to best me.
How is he so strong?
We didn't stand a chance.
He might even be stronger than Sarah.
Are you guys okay?
Hey, you really think you've got time to be worrying about them? You ain't getting out of this one, Reen.
All right,
This
bring
one,
it on.
this one might be a closer
It's time to
matchup
settle this, Crow.
than that, but it's still gonna. If I remember right, this is also a force lock.
Bring it on.
This'll be a tough
Just
one.
so we know
Be
what
careful.
Can't do anything about.
Let's just check. Oh, that doesn't- Oh, yeah, it just says, after this one's unwinnable, so yeah, this is another force loss. I don't know where it's I don't know what his unbalanced thing was.
Oh, got it!
Here's the thing, though. It does seem you get an extra 3 AP if you
Think you can handle this?
It's like throw a refus, and it's just like
Gotcha!
Yeah, unfortunately. Oh, he
You're
dodged.
wasting your time. Gotcha! Think you can handle this?
Ugh, this is bad.
Bring it on! Eat this! Is that all? Hope you're ready.
Oh, I guarded. Okay.
Darkness. Clean.
Yep.
Hang in there.
Well, didn't last long.
Settled enough for you?
You didn't even bother to use that trump card of yours.
He wasn't even trying last time, then was he?
Come on. With the way you are now, I don't even need to try. I'll always win. And that, Reen, perfectly illustrates just how massive the gulf between us is. Maybe you think you've had it tough up till now.
It's just a good point.
But you're gonna need to go through a hell of a lot more if you want to even the odds.
I see the battle here has come to an end.
Oh, hey Vita.
I can't help but feel a little bummed that everything went exactly as I thought it would. Still, it just goes to show how much faith I have in your skills, my sweet Azure Chevalier.
Funny, I don't recall ever becoming yours. How's everything up top?
I think it's only a matter of time before the battle is decided. But we've caused enough trouble for the people of Ymir already. It's about time we brought this to a close. Finestrum Phantasma Window.
Oh, this shouldn't be good.
My apologies for not coming down to speak with you in person, ladies and gentlemen of Thor's Military Academy.
And then there's this asshole.
yes.
You know who I am, of course, but I am Duke Cayenne, ruler of the Lemaire province and supreme leader of the Noble Alliance.
Duke Cayenne?
So even the big guy himself is here.
I must say, what a curious group we have here. I'd heard as much, but allow me to extend my most heartfelt congratulations. My expectations have thoroughly been exceeded. When I saw young Eustace and Laura in Legram earlier this year, I could never have imagined this is how we would next meet. Oh, I'm sure your parents must have warned you against wandering off with such disreputable individuals on a number of occasions. But I suppose every child thinks that they alone know what is best for themselves. Duke Albarea was simply livid about what happened. But it can't hurt to learn more about the outside world,
Every word that leaves his mouth is condescending.
Did you come all the way here just to tell us that?
Don't be silly, child. Reen Schwarzer. I had this meeting arranged because I wanted to speak with you. Perhaps the method was a touch too garish for something so simple, but do forgive me for not formally requesting an audience.
With me?
With you. Allow me to get right to the point. I wish to invite you, Ashen Chevalier, aboard our flagship.
Wait, why?
Tactical extra on his manor? That would actually be pretty good if we could eliminate the problem right now. Hey, Lucario. First I already don't like him.
I've heard all about your magnificent exploits across the land.
And Navasa, hey, how's it going? That's found a bit. Popcorn is ready. You just delete his protocol now.
And so I thought it would be nice to sit down and have a long, pleasant chat with you. About the past, the present, as well as your future.
Are you suggesting...
You want Reen to join the Noble Alliance?
Should you accept my invitation, we will withdraw peacefully from Ymir. Furthermore, I give you my personal assurance that we will leave this village alone for the duration of this war. A fine proposition, is it not? Are we interested?
Very well. Allow me to accept your invitation.
Don't be an idiot. This is clearly a trap. They wouldn't come all the way out here and take you into their flagship if it weren't.
I appreciate your concern. But trap or not, this might be a good chance for us, too. I think I'd regret it if I let it pass. Balamar, transport Celine back outside.
Are you certain?
Now hold it right there.
Don't worry about me. The odds were against all of us getting back together, but we did it. And I'm sure we can do it again, too. So just wait with Emma for now. I'll be back before you know it. Balamar, if you would.
Very well.
Wait!
Oh.
Yeah. What I kind of like this in the with like Carl and the information is, Reen gets to like basically interact with the main villains of the story, and he kind of gets to like understand them a little bit more. So he gets to like sort of humanize like these people that you're fighting and get to know them.
It seems the time has come for us to part ways once again.
Because any other game would have been like, no, like Reen is defiant, not going to go over there. But Reen's like, I'll do it. Why not?
But remember
like,
this. You're an Albarea. There is power and dignity in that name, to whatever end you would use it.
Attack the rest of Ymir.
I want you to prove that the convictions you cling to are worthy of your loyalty. Not for my benefit.
Wait!
Lord Rufus!
Well met, Lord Schwarzer. It's a pleasure to see you again. Allow me to extend my apologies for the harm my father visited upon this town and its people.
Never mind that. What do you intend to do with my son? And what is a promising young man like yourself?
We're simply going to borrow young Reen for a short while. There's nothing to worry about. I'm a busy man these days, though, so for now, I bid you adieu.
Okay, this certainly should be interesting.
Yeah.
And so, Reen really flexing that plot armor.
Reen!
Well, he is anime protagonist.
We all finally got back together, too. Why?
And also, don't be an idiot.
Sorry,
once
but I'll be
again,
back,
I'm an
I
anime
promise.
protagonist. It's my job to be an idiot.
So stay safe.
Green!
Green!
Well, not necessarily CS1 because we still had Celine with us during the CS1 ending.
Yeah.
Ooh, nice. All right. Already played through Kuro 2 and nice. The aerial battleship, the Pantagruel. And of course, they got Valimar tied up.
Yep.
Hello, dickhead. I'm Duke Cayenne. Hello, dickhead.
So this is what Duke Cayenne looks like from up close. It's hard to believe that I've ended up in the same room as the leader of the Noble Alliance. Although, I guess we did meet back in Legram before the war broke out.
Yes, we did.
Green Schwarzer. Truth be told, we don't want this war to drag on any more than you do.
Really?
We only acted as we did, due in part to our dearly departed Chancellor's behavior being far too unreasonable to justify turning a blind eye. He garnered the trust of His Majesty, and in turn misused that trust. He flagrantly disregarded this nation's beloved culture and traditions, treating Erebonia as if it were his own personal property.
Well, there is some truth to what he is saying as far as the fact that, yeah, Osborn is definitely not free from guilt.
No, he's not.
Oh, and Shen Tsukiyomi, thank you very much for the follow. Hey, how's it going? Glad to see you here. That puts us up to 512 followers. But, Dude Cayenne, you're not a guardian angel yourself.
No, he's not.
Surely you too noticed this.
Well, I can't say I disagree. We did hear story after story during our field studies about how aggressive his policies were, about the way he didn't care how many enemies he made as a result, creating terrorist groups like the Imperial Liberation Front.
Yeah, Crow especially
But as I
had a
said,
vendetta against Osborn.
The cause of our nation's ills is now gone. Now, all that remains is to turn back the hands of time just a touch, and the good old days of the Empire will be upon us once more. The key to this bright future lies in putting aside our differences and joining hands. Am I wrong?
I'm afraid that yes, you are.
Oh?
Do you honestly believe that people can so easily put aside their differences after all the Alliance has done? You occupied Heimdall and effectively took every one of its citizens hostage, imprisoned the Imperial family. And let's not forget how you're now in league with the enemy nation responsible for the destruction of Gorelia Fortress. After all that, the Imperial army would never bow their heads to the likes of you. even if the rest of the population did.
Oh my goodness, Reed is going off.
My word, I'm afraid there's been a terrible misunderstanding. The Imperial family is simply under our loving protection. They certainly haven't been imprisoned.
Are you sure about that?
But that does bring me to exactly why I want you to help us.
It does?
The Azure Knight is already on our side. But if we had your Ashen Knight as well, that would mean we'd have two of the great knights of Erebonian legend to put into play. Couple them with our Panzer Soldats, and the Imperial Army's armored divisions would cower before us. You may not find us winning the war ideal, but this union benefits everyone more than carrying on until our inevitable victory,
I don't think it's that simple.
I beg to differ.
No!
The presence of Soldats units
None
on
of
the
that!
battlefield makes a tremendous difference.
Shame on you!
What they may lack in firepower and armor compared to tanks, they make up for in mobility and versatility. But more important than even those factors is the psychological impact they have on our opponents.
Well...
I
We're
mean
only
the
human. As such, we are as captivated as we are terrified of giant beings bearing human form.
I'd say that the army stationed over in the Nord Highlands were executing tactics to effectively neutralize the Soldat units. And they actually made a point to show that the first time that we arrived there.
And if that holds true even for mass-produced soldats made with modern technology, it will be all the more true for the divine knights of legend you and Crow possess.
Can't argue with that logic.
I will say it once more. Gileath Osborne is dead. And with his death, all that's left to be done is end this ridiculous war and return order to the Empire. Only then will everything be as it should.
For you, not for everyone else, though.
That includes both your pleasant academy life and the peaceful days of darling Elise and her friend the princess.
Are you trying to?
You screwed up there, Cayenne.
Whatever you ultimately decide, their safety is guaranteed. I would ask that you promise him this, if nothing else, Your Grace.
But of course, I'm not a monster.
Rufus.
We may stand on opposite sides of this conflict, but I still sit on Thor's board of directors. And in that capacity, I suggest you consider carefully the choice before you. After all, every soldier must decide for himself whether a cause is worth fighting, perhaps even dying for. I look forward to hearing your answer.
Please come with us, Master Bean. We will escort you to your guest room. Food and refreshments will be provided for you there. All right. Ah! Ow. Enough with the steak. Man, they really do show a point of how luxurious this airship is.
Yeah.
All that's left to be done is end this ridiculous war and return order to the Empire. Only then will everything be as it should.
The thing is, the only reason why they are going to this length because they know that Rean has the potential to topple things over for them if he's not on their side.
Yeah.
That includes both your pleasant academy life and the peaceful days of darling Elise and her friend the princess.
I suggest you consider carefully the choice before you. After all, every soldier must decide for himself whether a cause is worth fighting, perhaps even dying for. I look forward to hearing your answer.
It's hard to argue that this war began because the noble faction went too far. But the longer it goes on, the more people are going to suffer. Am I really okay with that? If I join them, I could reduce the number of victims, be friends with Crow again, free Elise and Princess Elfin. No, this isn't that simple. Think, Rean, think. I was able to reunite with the others, but Elise and Princess Elfin are still in the Alliance's custody. What's the best thing I can do? This isn't just about me. What do all of us want to do?
Keep racking your brain like that and smoke will start coming out of your ears.
Where's my money, Crow? You still owe me 50 Mira.
What do you want?
Hey now, no need to give me that look. I figured I was gonna find you busy thinking everything over like your life depended on it. And what do you know? I was right.
How about you mind your own damn business? Don't you have better things to do with your time? I figured the glorious Azure Chevalier would be far too busy with the war to be hanging out around here.
It's tough being popular. If you joined us, I could get away with doing half the work I am now. So come on, stop freaking out about it so much and make a choice.
This isn't something I can just decide by flipping a coin, Crow. And besides, it'd probably be an easier choice if not for a certain someone. What's that in your hand, anyway?
Grub, of course. Kinda early, but I brought you your lunch. Mind if I join you?
Okay, so pretzels,
hamburgers, fries, and onion rings.
Oh, hamburgers, fries, and onion. Okay. Those look a little large to be onion rings, so.
I was expecting something more fancy, like I had last night.
Oh, that kind of food more your thing? Okay then, give me a minute while I go ask the chef to whip something up.
No, this is fine. The burger looks delicious.
Cool. All right, dig in.
I won't lie, I'd take a burger over any fancy food any day
This
of the week,
tastes
bro.
kind of different from a normal burger.
How would you prefer your chips? Like sort of like wedges or like the shoestring or?
I kind of prefer like wedges.
No wonder.
Okay.
It's got whitefish in it.
Bit of potato in my chips.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're called
Gotta
fish
be
burgers.
Gotta be crunchy though.
Pretty good, right?
Yeah, honestly, I have no like real preference as far as how I like my fries. So.
Yeah, the tartar sauce makes for an unusual extra flavoring too. This tastes amazing. I like this way more than the food I had last night, to be honest.
Well, glad to hear it. Guess it was worth putting my cooking skills to the test after all.
Oh.
Wait, you made this?
Was my first time cooking in a while, too. Sharon could probably do better, though.
Well, obviously.
But I wanted to give it a shot anyway. This stuff was like soul food back in Jirai, where I grew up.
Huh, you're from Jirai.
Oh.
Yes.
To think,
One place
all
is
the
never
time we
been.
spent searching for the leader of the Imperial Liberation Front, and he was right under our noses. Crow Armbrust from the Jirai SEZ.
Oh, yeah. Vita was using some weird thing of hers to let you see what was going on, wasn't she? So I guess you saw what happened there.
Yeah. Jirai was that special economic zone in the northwest you guys went to during our August field study, too.
We didn't run into anything like that in the Jirai Special Economic Zone. Though, I guess that makes sense seeing as it's under the direct control of the Imperial government and not a noble.
I seem to recall that it was annexed 8 years ago. Is that right?
Empire stitched it on nice and neat without much opposition. It's prospering as a special economic zone on the coast. Seemed like a pretty lively place.
So you ended up going back to your old hometown then?
Yeah, by pure coincidence. It's changed a lot since I was last there, so it was kind of surreal being back again. But it was nostalgic in its own way, too.
It's been bugging me for a long time now. What could have made you want to join a group of terrorists like the Imperial Liberation Front? What was it that made you hate Chancellor Osborne that much? Enough to take his life? Oh. Tell me, Crow, please. I want to know what it was that made you who you are now. What kind of place Jirai was, how you lived there, and what you were doing before you entered the academy and met Toa, Angelica, and George.
Where's the fun in prying into a guy's past? Save all that talk for your number one in class. Who's the lucky girl anyway? Elisa? Laura? Emma? Phoebe? And don't tell me it's Milliam, because, you know, it...
I'm serious, Crow. I really want to know. Think of telling me your past as paying off the interest you owe on that 50 mira. Because until I know, until we know, we won't be able to move forward.
You're really serious.
Crow?
My past really isn't that big of a deal, you know. It's got nothing on yours, that's for sure. If you find yourself thinking that's all when I'm done, well, I warned you. So, you really want to know?
Yeah. Nothing you say will change my mind. Please, tell me.
All right.
All right, you win. Like I said, it's just your run-of-the-mill sob story. Pick up any history textbook and you'll probably find a dozen others just like it. It's the kind of story that's so common no one bothers to remember it, like it never even happened. Back in those days, Jirai was known as Jirai City. It was a city-state off the coast of northwest Zemuria that prospered through maritime trade with West Erebonia, Northumbria, and Remiferia. It had a population of around 150,000 people, so it wasn't exactly a big place or anything. Because of that, the surrounding nations left it alone and let us live out our days in peace. We were pretty fortunate, all things considered. Until about 20 years ago. That was when the Northumbrian disaster struck, and much of the Principality of Northumbria was turned to salt. And as a result, trade on the northwest shore was reduced to virtually nothing. Day after day, Jirai's prosperity started to fade away.
Okay.
Still, it wasn't all bad. We had our fishing, our historic landmarks, our septium mines. We could make use of those to get trade going again, both to keep our state running and to help out Northumbria. In fact, the one who advocated that approach was the mayor, my grandfather.
Okay, so we learn about Crow's grandfather here. Okay.
He was the last mayor Jirai City ever had. He was a stubborn old bastard, but he had this wry sense of humor and was well loved by everyone. I lost my mom and dad early, so he was also my only living relative. He taught me just about everything a guy could know. He was like a mom, dad, and your old master rolled into one, I guess. Anyway, fast forward to 10 years ago. Out of nowhere, we received this proposal from the Erebonian government.
Yeah.
They said they wanted to extend a railway line from Heimdall all the way to Jirai. We relied on the sea for trade before, but there wasn't any reason to believe we couldn't benefit from being connected to Heimdall by rail. The proposal drew overwhelming support from the city's council, and as a result, my grandfather was forced to accept. Within a year, the city had all of its old life back and then some. The streets were more bustling than ever. But keep in mind, this was a result of huge amounts of imperial capital flowing into the city. Land and buildings we once treasured were bought up left and right. Everything became a target for investment. People only cared about making money. Something similar supposedly happened in Crossbell, too, but unlike there, no opposition existed in Jirai. My grandfather sensed something was off, and he tried what he could to get the situation under control. Then one day, someone blew up the railway line leading to Jirai. Everyone demanded that it be repaired as quickly as possible. Everyone except the Imperial government. Instead, they panned our national security arrangements for being insufficient and threatened to withdraw all Imperial capital. The city was left in an uproar like we'd never seen. Shares plummeted, and with no one able to ascertain the culprit's identity, chaos reigned. That was when he showed up. Chancellor Gileath Osborne, in his third year as representative of the Imperial government, personally came to Jirai. We then received a second proposal.
The restoration of the railway and its future security will be seen to by the Imperial Army. In return for our continued assistance in safekeeping, Jirai will come under the wing of our glorious empire and attain even greater prosperity as a special economic zone.
The timing was too good to be true, really. Realizing this, my grandfather staunchly opposed the idea. He tried everything he could to convince the city's council to reject the offer. Unfortunately, once you taste the sweet fruit of prosperity, it's hard to want to go back. The council, made up of influential merchants and all their greed, jumped at the offer. And tempted by the elimination of customs, together with the tax breaks from being an SEZ, many of the citizens did too. And during all that, they'd conveniently found a suspect behind the railway incident, my grandfather.
Of course.
He loved Jirai more than anyone, and up till then, its people loved him too. And yet, virtually overnight, he found himself facing the wrath of both the city's council and the citizens alike. Left with no choice, he resigned from his position as mayor, and Jirai formally became part of the Empire. Both of these things happened on the same exact day. That was 8 years ago. Naturally, everyone knew my grandfather wasn't the one who did it. They knew who was really responsible. They just turned a blind eye to the truth. See? I warned you. Just your run-of-the-mill sob story.
I don't know what to say, Crow. What happened to him after that? Your grandfather?
One day, he just up and died. Once he resigned, the whole affair with the railway getting blown up was all but forgotten. He lived comfortably in retirement for about half a year, fell ill, and that was that. He just lost the will to go on, I guess. Like I said, he was the only family I had. I mean, I had plenty of friends even then, but I chose to leave it all behind. I was 13 at the time. I wandered the land, doing whatever I had to get by. That was when I met old Cayenne, who happily indulged my hatred for the Chancellor. And with his financial backing, I went out with the goal to find others who were just like me. That was the beginning of the Imperial Liberation Front. Gideon, Scarlet, and Vulcan were among those I recruited. I'd also met Vita then. I only knew her as the woman who had often come to see Cayenne. She guided me to a place below the city of Ortis, and there slept the Azure Knight Ordine. One after another, I overcame the same trials you did with your friends, but alone. And once I'd proven myself worthy, Ordine accepted me as his awakener. That was 3 years ago. I was 16. My preparations complete, I concealed my background, and enrolled in a military academy near the capital. Everything I did for the sole purpose of taking the Chancellor's head.
Wow.
Come on now, what's with the face? You look sadder about all this than I do.
Yeah, I guess.
I swear. I'm not trying to tell you the Chancellor was evil or anything.
What?
Still, there's no denying that he managed to outwit my grandfather. And he may have lost, but Pop's always loved a good gamble. It's thanks to him that I'm pretty good at chess, card games, that kind of stuff. I'd say it's fairly normal for a student to want to avenge his master's defeat, wouldn't you?
Maybe.
At the end of the day, there's no denying this country has problems, and the Chancellor's methods were making them worse. I studied those problems, worked out how to use the situation to my advantage, and then won the game with an all-or-nothing gamble. But when you think of how peaceful Jirai is now, I'd say I've got a duty to clear up the mess left behind by my game too, which means ending this war and restoring peace. So it's only when that's done that my game is truly over. I don't want whatever your decision is to be influenced by my past, okay? Like Rufus said, you need to think long and hard about what it is you're fighting for. For you, more than anyone else.
Yeah, but Crow...
Anyway, I think I've stuck around here for long enough. You're gonna be treated as a visitor. Well, sort of. It's about time for the higher-ups to head back to Heimdall, so go ahead and pass the time however you want.
However I want? What else can I even do here?
Oh, another airship.
Yeah.
So, wow. They quickly got onto another airship.
Mm-hmm.
Wow. They're not even gonna wait for me to get an answer, huh?
There'll be no guards outside your room, so if you want to try and escape, be my guest. Just keep in mind that some members of Ouroboros and Zephyr are on board too. Not to mention me, Scarlet, and Vulcan. So if you're up for a gamble of your own, get ready to take all of us on.
Sounds fun.
Almost like they're expecting him to reject, even though it would be in their best interest to continue trying to persuade him to be on their side.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah, one more thing. There's this real cute visitor in the guest of honor's room on the second floor. I think she'd perk right up if she saw you. So why not go pay her a visit?
God damn it.
Just don't go making your girl jealous, okay?
I wonder who he means. He said she's in the guest of honor's room. Well, I can't waste much time here. I told everyone I'd definitely come back soon. Right now, I need to gather as much information as I can. I can make my choice after that. At least then, it'll be an informed one.
All right.
I'm gonna have to call it here because it is like 1:15 in the morning.
Yeah, no problem.
Alright, I'll see you later, bud.
Yep, you have a wonderful night, Dan. Yep.
Yeah, you have one the rest of the street.
Yep. All right. So, guess
I can sense someone inside.
Huh? It's open. Come on in.
That sounds like... Excuse me.
That's Vulcan. Yep.
Oh, it's you. You finished talking with C?
His name's Crow, not C, and he's never going to be anything else for me.
Oh, I know his real name. But to us, he's always gonna be C. That's our leader. He might be young, but each and every one of us look up to him and respect him. Anyway, take a seat. You got a whole lot of questions, I bet.
Does you asking that mean you're willing to answer them?
Depends on the questions.
Just out of curiosity, how many members does the Imperial Liberation Front have left? I know the explosion back in the mine was staged, obviously.
Sure was. Anyway, 10, give or take. We lost most of our members as soon as the war started kicking into gear.
Oh. Is that because the group's primary objective had been fulfilled?
Basically, yeah. We all came from different backgrounds, but the one thing we had in common was that we hated that bastard's guts. So after he'd kicked it, most of the guys didn't really have any reason for sticking around. Can't say I blame them for calling it quits.
Crow said that seeing this war through to its end was the last part of his game. Are the members who haven't left sticking around for similar reasons?
Interesting question. Can't speak for the others, but me? I don't really care how this war goes. I mean, I'm a former Jaeger who can hold his own in a fight. I've always lived for war. And teaching those dumbasses in the provincial armies how to pilot soldats is a job worth doing, even if it's a pain. If we disband, I'll find myself something else to do.
I see. I can't defend the assassination of the Chancellor or what you did near Trista. But I'd be happy if you chose to disband at least.
You're a funny kid. Being oddly nice to us after all the shit we caused, don't you think?
The cycle of hatred's gone on for long enough. Crimes you've committed will never vanish, but no one wants this war to go on longer than it has to. It's not as though you guys want war, do you?
That's enough of the niceties. If you've got time to worry about us, use it to worry about yourself. Whether you choose to side with the Alliance or go against them, you've got a tough road ahead, whether you like it or not. Make sure to think long and hard before you decide. And if we end up as enemies again, show me what you got. On the battlefield, I mean.
Excuse me.
Alright. I'm guessing Scarlet's gonna be in the other room.
Think I might have been too harsh on the kid. Still... yeah. He's probably perfect for the job.
Huh.
He saw right through me. He's not wrong, though. I should be worrying about myself right now. He seemed kind of different, though. Like he'd lost his spark. His sole objective in life seemed to be to get revenge for his old Jaeger Corps killed by Osborn. Maybe he's just not sure what to do with himself now that he's done just that?
Yeah. Alright. Imagine that Scarlet's gonna be here, so...
I can sense someone inside. And judging by the fact that V is in the next room...
Come on in if you like.
Excuse me.
Yep.
Hello there, love. I'd heard you came on board yesterday, so I did wonder whether we would run into one another at some point.
Hello, Scarlet. Last time we spoke was a month and a half ago near Trista, I think.
Quite a memorable day for both of us, wasn't it? There's no need to stand over there. Come and have a seat. I'll pour us some tea.
You really don't have to. Well, I guess there's no harm in chatting for a bit.
These tea leaves really are wonderful, aren't they? Only the best for the airship of Erebonia's most powerful noble, I suppose.
I have to admit, the fragrance is like no tea I've ever had before. You're right, though. It makes sense if it's something Duke Cayenne personally chose.
Oh? I was under the impression that your family is a part of the nobility, too. Your father is a baron, isn't he?
He might be a noble, but generally barons aren't all that wealthy. We live a relatively modest lifestyle.
Yep.
Oh, really? I wouldn't have thought it before, but maybe my family was actually more well off than yours.
Yeah, she does have a noble
Scarlet,
heir to her.
I heard she lost her old hometown when he went and built a railway through it.
What kind of family did you come from then?
Oh, they weren't nobles, if that's what you're wondering.
Oh. Okay, so she isn't... Okay, the mercantile?
They were just relatively wealthy farmers.
Farmers, okay. Huh.
We were almost local celebrities in a way.
Oh, I see.
Huh.
You're wondering how someone like me became a terrorist? It's written all over your face.
Well, I can't deny that I'm curious. I heard that you lost your hometown because Osborn built a railway through it.
Oh, did C tell you? No, I suppose it must have been V. He never was one to keep quiet about things.
So, I mean, what happened?
Some things are best left unsaid, I think. It's not as if knowing would somehow allow you to change things.
I suppose.
You're so adorable, Reen. Now I know why C took a liking to you. What do you say? How about you come and fight with me and the other big girls and boys? It'll be fun, I promise.
Please, stop teasing me. Anyway, thank you for the tea. It wasn't just made with high-quality leaves. It was brewed exceptionally, too.
You're very welcome.
Oh, actually, I may as well ask while I have the chance. Where did you learn how to use that weapon of yours anyway? It's pretty unique.
Oh, that? I suppose it can't hurt to tell you. The holy city of Arteria.
The Arteria? Where the high seat of the Septian Church is?
That's the one. It's called a Templar sword, and it's a traditional weapon in the church. A few years ago, I was studying to be a sister and was trained in how to use it there.
Oh.
Surely you must be talking about some other church, right?
Okay, so the church trains the sister in weapon arts? Wow. Okay.
You're telling me there are sisters in the Septian Church who use weapons like that?
There are more things in this world you don't know than you could possibly imagine. Well, it doesn't matter much now. I ended up returning to Erebonia before my training was complete.
Oh?
Anyway, that's all I'm telling you for now. I'll give you the full story if you decide to join us. Sound fair? And if you choose not to join, well, that way has its own charms, I suppose.
Huh, interesting.
She ended up being a lot friendlier than I expected her to be. I wonder how much of what she was saying about being a sister was true. She seemed to really hate the Chancellor. I wonder what she intends to do now that he's gone.
Alright. Well. Alright, B.
Good day to you, Reen Schwarzer.
What the? You're the Phantom Thief! You sure look comfortable. What are you doing here?
The okay, the Grolsritter. Okay. Interesting. Like, I imagine that that they
Why
would
wouldn't
have
I be?
knights, but...
I'm as much a guest on this ship as you are. And who would deny themselves the pleasure of a ship so beautiful? The furnishings are immaculate. The food and wine are positively sumptuous.
When did Joker get here?
And I am of the firm belief that it's wasteful not to take advantage of the opportunities life presents you. Ah, and speaking of opportunities, don't just stand there. Take a seat and join me in having a drink. You've been blessed with the rare chance to sit and chat one-on-one with the most beloved thief of our time.
I can't believe that's how you describe yourself. Well, what the hell? I'll have a drink. Nothing alcoholic, though.
Yeah, obviously. A little too young to be having alcoholic beverages.
Funny. I didn't realize you'd met Prince Olivert.
Indeed, there are few even among royals whose palate is so refined as his. Between our shared love of beauty and fundamental difference of opinion on the nature of love, he forever remains an endless source of entertainment for me.
I suddenly feel very sorry for him. What happened down in Liberl sounds pretty amazing, though. I'd heard there were problems with orbital technology in southern Erebonia at the time, but I had no idea that was why.
Ha ha! That magnificent floating city was quite the sight to behold, let me tell you. Oh, how I wish I could have shown it to you. It would have changed your view of the world completely.
It really does sound amazing. Wait, why am I sitting here having a friendly discussion with a wanted criminal? He has so many interesting and unusual stories, I got completely caught up listening to them.
Ha ha! A thief of my caliber can steal much more than objects, Reen. There. I was able to steal much of your time and your interest. Perhaps I stole your heart as well?
No. No. None of that. Shame on you.
Rest assured that did not happen. Your stories were interesting, though, I'll admit. By the way, you wouldn't happen to know where Prince Olivert is now, would you? Last I checked, he wasn't actively fighting against the Alliance.
None of that! Shame on you! But Trails of the Sky, okay.
Ha ha! I imagined Duke Cayenne would welcome a man like the Prince with open arms into the Alliance, if he so wished to join. To my knowledge, he was always wary of the Chancellor himself. But I digress. I'm afraid not even I know where he is at the moment. However, I'm inclined to believe that wherever he's hiding, the Crimson Wings is there with him.
So the Courageous is missing too, then. Although the Duke's got some nerve if he expects Prince Olivert to side with him after he imprisoned the rest of the Imperial family.
But think, these kinds of things are simply what the great nobles of this country have always done. The War of the Lions, too, was brought about by numerous families of some standing backing potential successors to the throne. Emperor Dreichels, as a late arrival to the war, was a mere exception to the rule. I wonder, does Prince Olivert think himself as the second coming of Dreichels?
One of which is to bring the winds of change to Thor's military academy. A gust of fresh air, if you will. I'll admit, I hesitated to allow it, but I decided to place my hopes in you. We believed then, as we still do, that one day you all will be a great light that can push back the darkness of this country.
I don't think he does. From what I can tell, he intends to try and end this war in a slightly different way from Dreichels.
Oh? Do tell.
Sorry, but I should be going. Thanks for all the interesting stories. They helped me work through things in my head a bit.
Ha ha! I'm pleased to
And
hear
you
it.
automatically put the S back on.
I will be waiting at the edge of my seat to hear which path you choose. Join us, and you'll be warmly welcomed. Naturally, I'm fascinated by you as the Ashen Knight's pilot, but I'm even more fascinated with that brute strength of yours. I would love the chance to see the power of an ogre up close.
I doubt it's half as interesting as what you're thinking. Anyway, if you'll excuse me.
All right. So we've got several other people to talk to. Man, a lot of talking.
I wonder who's in here.
We got a visitor?
Come on in.
The Zephyr.
Excuse me.
The Zephyr members. Yep.
Figured it was you. Sup?
Have a seat.
Zeno and Leo.
Bourbon? I suppose not.
Obviously.
Yeah, I really shouldn't. How come you guys are being so friendly, though? I mean, we're on opposing sides and all.
Why wouldn't we be? It's not like we're on a battlefield right now. We're Jaegers. Nothing unusual about us trying to cut some throats one day that's sitting in a bar with the same guys the next.
Of course, if you would rather fight with us, that can be arranged.
I shall have to politely decline. For one thing, I don't think I'd stand the slightest chance of taking you two down.
At least not yet.
Hey now, no need to be so pessimistic. Fee seems to think pretty highly of you. Have a little more faith in yourself.
At the very least, you'd be able to give us a real fight in your divine night. Not that I'd have any intention of losing even then.
The scary thing is, I'm pretty sure he's dead serious. Well, they're used to taking out tanks. They probably have their ways.
Huh. Oh, yeah? Ranking 72nd for the year in an academy full of big shot students ain't half bad. Brings a tear to my eye to see our little Fee putting her heart into her education.
And don't forget, she was the youngest of her classmates, too. The boss was right when he said that she can do anything she puts her mind to.
You got that right. Maybe joining the gardening club will make her a bit more ladylike, too. Oh, who am I kidding?
She's still young. She has plenty of time to develop on that front if she so pleases.
They really seem to adore her, like two proud parents talking about their child. And yet... If you don't mind me asking, why did you leave Fee behind?
Ooh, the eternal question.
After your boss was killed in a battle with his sworn enemy, I mean.
Oh, Fee told you about that. It sounds like you're closer to her than I thought you were.
I trust this is simply me being paranoid. But you haven't tried making any moves on her, have you?
Oh, we have eyes for another. Or I should say, I have eyes for
No, of course not. I wouldn't dream of it. I just want to know why you'd abandon her when she obviously means so much to the two of you. She thought of you all like family. Why did you leave her all alone?
Well... We had our reasons. Let's leave it at that. I know you want to know, but you're not the one we should be telling that to.
Yeah, I do think that, yeah, Fee is the one that needs to know before pretty much anyone else.
We'll be sure to tell Fee our reasons in due time. Until then, leave the issue be.
All right. I can accept that. Still, she's our classmate. And in that sense, she's like family to me, to us, too. And we feel that way about her just as strongly as you do, if not more so. I want to be perfectly clear on that.
Fighting words right there.
Still, we'll remember you said that. Returning to the matter at hand, you're sure you haven't tried to make any moves on her?
Come on, spit it out.
They really are like two overprotective fathers.
God damn it.
I was hoping to get a bit more out of them about what Zephyr is up to.
Yeah. Oh, you actually did the romantic line with Fee?
All we did was talk about Fee the whole time. Oh well.
Nice.
At least now I know that the guys in Zephyr really cared about her, so it wasn't a complete waste of time.
Alright. Moving on.
I can sense someone inside.
You don't like Elisa? Yeah, because we did actually talk about that. I did talk about that with Dan a little bit. And I actually I see where some people can actually like. So in regards to his.
What the?
So I've no problem as far as the thing with between Rena and Elisa being the quote unquote canon relationship. It's just that I just prefer Emma. Can't answer. Okay. No problem. So who's in here? Why is Reen reacting?
Huh?
Oh, it's McBurn. Crud. Oh boy. That's why he reacted that way.
Oh, it's you.
There's 3 words. Yeah. That's why I said to break my plot armor.
Forgot you were staying here too.
Yeah. What was that? It's gone now anyway. Maybe it was just my imagination.
So what's up? I couldn't give a damn whether you joined the Alliance or not, to be honest.
Oh, I didn't come here for any specific reason.
Interesting. You mixed by any chance?
Could I sit and talk to you for a while?
What a pain in the ass.
Yeah, we kind of need an explanation on that. You
So,
did drop that
what do you
hint
wanna
not
ask?
that long ago.
When we ran into each other back near Berea-Hard, you asked a weird question. Something about being mixed?
Oh, that?
I didn't have the chance to figure out what that meant at the time. But what did you mean?
Don't know if I can even explain that one. It's just something you feel. What we've got mixed into us is obviously different in strength and nature. It's kind of hard to put into words.
Okay.
Yeah, seems that way. I know you're not trying to confuse me on purpose, but I really can't wrap my head around what you're saying.
Just watch.
Huh?
There's no trick to it. I'm not using an ornament, it's not magic. And I'm not using an artifact either. I just will fire to appear, and it does.
So it's just a totally unnatural ability?
Yeah, I guess you could say that. Something that just gives you results, without the processes you'd usually have to go through to obtain them.
Okay.
You've got one too, right?
Well, true. That power of mine wasn't something I gained from training.
Yeah.
I don't even know where the power itself is coming from.
No, Cold Steel 1 was my first game into this particular franchise.
It's the same kind of thing. People who can do things like that usually have something mixed into them.
Yeah. Yeah, there's a lot that I'm not fully understand. Yeah. Doesn't know about. Doesn't know about salt. Like the one that Crow was. Huh.
Something foreign, unnatural, mixed into their body itself.
Okay.
Different to the church's stigmas. Looks like a pretty small part of it in your case, though.
Oh.
There, huh? Anyway, I couldn't tell you how, where, or why whatever it is got mixed into you. Sure you've got more questions, but sorry. I can't answer them.
No, it's okay. You've answered enough already. I feel like I understand myself a little better now, actually.
Good for you, I guess. So, we done now?
Yeah, thanks for your time. Oh yeah, so how much of you is unnatural?
Me? All of me.
I was thinking he was gonna say something like that. I figured that he was gonna say all of.
his circumstances seem very different from mine. Guess all I can do is remember what he said. Maybe there will come a time when it'll all make sense. I'm sure one day I'll find out what this power of mine is. What the story behind me being given this power as a kid is. One day.
All right. Does it mean that Duvali is on this one?
Huh? I think I can sense someone inside. Given the circumstances, I imagine it must be one of the people who fought us in Ymir. Huh? It's open.
Oh, finish up reload. Nice.
It's empty. Weird. I could have sworn I sensed someone in here. Oh.
Oh, it's all. Oh, it's her. Okay. What? No, it's not Duvali. It's this little gremlin here.
Looking at her lying down like this, she really is just a child. Maybe 12 or 13? Somewhere close to Milliam's age. How did a kid like this end up fighting with the Alliance?
Who are you? Who's calling me?
Is she talking in her sleep?
Situation assessed. Location is a room inside the guest area of the Pentagrule. 9 hours have passed since initial loss of consciousness.
Guess she's sleeping comfortably enough here. Then again, she needs it at her age. She's got plenty of growing left. Wait.
Yeah, she's talking like... She really is talking like a computer.
Good morning?
Reen Schwarzer, why are you here? Unless my memories have been tampered with, I believe this room was solely allocated to me.
Oh, it was. Sorry. If I'd known you were sleeping, I wouldn't have come in here.
So you're an intruder then? Clown Soleus.
No. Hold on. We don't want any...
No, it was just an innocent mistake. Whoa, can we at least talk about this?
No mercy for trespassers.
Crud. Really? You didn't have to do that.
So you claim to have no inappropriate motives for sneaking into this room?
Not claim! I really didn't!
But once you walked in, you fell victim to temptation and chose to act in accordance to your desires.
No.
No, I didn't! How many times do I have to explain what happened before you'll believe me?
I was making a joke.
Not a good one.
Had you any intention of harming me, Clown Soleus would have attacked you. That he didn't proves your innocence.
Oh, right. Then what was all that for?
Give the beat a head pat.
Oh, whatever. I suppose it's my own fault for coming in without permission. Anyway, I've cleared my name. I'll see you some other time, probably.
Ow! Ow! Didn't need to do that.
If that's what you want to do.
Thank you. Thank you very much for the head pats. I wish Reen would give her at least a head pat.
You didn't come to ask me anything then?
Well, no. Honestly, I didn't even know you were in here. I do have a lot I'd like to ask you, though. And just as much I'd like to say to you. Okay, if you're offering, what are your reasons for helping the Alliance? Why do you have a puppet just like Milliam's? Just who are you?
The answer to your first question is, I was ordered to do so. As all information regarding Clown Soleus is confidential, I am unable to answer your second question. And as for the last one, I am unable to fully comprehend the depth of your question.
Oh, forget it. you abducted my sister and the princess. Whether you were ordered to or not doesn't change that. And it's not something I think I can forgive. See you around. Sorry, that was probably too harsh. I can't pretend to know anything about your circumstances, but I do know that you didn't abduct them of your own free will. Anyway, with that said, I'll be going. Maybe we'll have a chance to talk again sometime.
The Black Workshop.
What?
The Black Workshop.
That's the name of the place I belong to. It was they who loaned me to the Noble Alliance. Unless you choose to join the Alliance, that is the most I'm able to disclose to you.
The name doesn't ring any bells, and loaned. That makes it sound like, I suppose it's none of my business.
There we go, head pats.
Thanks for telling me. I'll be sure to remember that name.
There we go, Reed gave head pats.
I can't see doing so holding any real purpose for you. Incidentally, did you have any untoward motives behind what you just did?
No, I did not.
No, beans get head pats.
The Black Workshop?
Even if they are gremlins who are on the wrong side of things right now.
Sounds like stuff worth remembering.
So, the Black Workshop. And imagine that. Ah, there's Duvalie. Ah, thank you very much.
Having to travel to and from Crossbell like this is utterly exhausting. No, I mustn't complain. I'm doing this for the sake of my lord.
She sounds awfully familiar.
Who goes there? Wait, you're the Ashen Knight's pilot.
I remember you now. You're with Ouroboros. Duvalie the Swift, right?
Have you no shame? Is it perhaps normal for you to barge into a lady's room unannounced? You and that Arseid are only as bad as each other, I swear. Learn your place!
Actually, I just walked through the door normally. I should have probably knocked before I came in, though. Sorry about that.
Yeah, the door was not locked, certainly.
So, now that we're understood, what do you want? Have you come to tell me that you'll be fighting on our side after all?
Can you not jump to conclusions? Besides, it's not like you're working with the Alliance because you agree with what they're doing.
Oh, naturally. Lady Clotilde seems to have a purpose of her own, but for my part, I have no obligation to help the Alliance whatsoever. I'm simply cooperating because I was told doing so was necessary to the plan.
Plan? I'm not sure what she's getting at. Just so we're clear, that lord you keep mentioning isn't Vita Clotilde, is it?
No. She may be an Anguis like her, but my lord is the 7th, not the 2nd. She is the leader of the Stahlritter, the great light which guides us. Gallant yet beautiful, proud yet merciful. She's the strongest knight of all, and oh, she's simply divine.
Well, you've made it clear how great you think she is.
You're definitely
So the head of the Stahlritter is also a woman?
She certainly is. And if you must know, 100 swordsmen of your strength couldn't hope to equal her. No, 1,000, even 10,000 of you wouldn't be able to so much as scratch her.
Okay, I get it. She's strong. Still, if she's a woman who could be described as the strongest knight of all, Laura already noticed the similarity between the Eisenritter and Stahlritter, but she really does sound like Saint Sandlot.
I see I've got you thinking. Incidentally, I may have already mentioned her title, but one can never share my lord's glory too many times. She's known as the Steel Maiden.
Yep.
The Steel Maiden, huh?
And with that, I believe that's enough idle chatter. If you didn't come to tell me that you'll be fighting on our side, then we remain enemies. As such, We shouldn't be standing here being friendly with one another.
Yeah, I suppose you're right. Sorry for bothering you. Actually, there was one more thing I wanted to ask. You're not an enforcer like Blue Blanc or Sharon, right? Is there any reason for that?
Ugh, you just had to ask. Enforcers are selected by the society's leader, the Grandmaster. And in order to be selected as one and given a number, that person needs to be burdened by some kind of darkness. But just so we're clear, there is no correlation between having a number and one's strength, all right? I'm quite strong.
We'll go with that.
I didn't say you weren't, but it makes perfect sense. You don't strike me as someone who's carrying any kind of darkness with you. You're refreshingly sincere. Like someone who hates anything that strays from the path of righteousness.
I'll thank you not to spout such nauseating drivel in my presence. Now get the hell out of my room!
It's just no. Yeah, Dooley is the Swift. Oh my goodness.
She chased me out.
She is. Yeah, she's a girl failure, but she's really likable in some respects.
I'm really curious about the Steel Maiden. Could she really have some connection with the Lance Maiden? Perhaps even with the woman who helped us during our August field study.
All right. And with that, I think I will go ahead and save. Her title should be The Dits. So yeah, that will do it for tonight. Just give me one moment. All right. Oh man, get a little stretch in. So yeah, that will do it for tonight. So yeah, thank you very much everyone for joining me for today. Tomorrow we will be having our special little collab. Doing some Among Us. That will be at our normal stream time of 5 p.m. Central Time start time. Looking forward to seeing you guys there for that. And then Friday we do have the beginning of Persona 3 Reload. I'm looking forward to that as well. So, and I would like to thank Shen Tsukiyomi. Thank you very much for the follower. We're now up to 512 followers. Oh yes, Among Us is, yeah, my apologies. It is going to be 7 p.m. My apologies. No! None of that! Shame on you! No, yeah, that was bad on me. It was just a matter of just sort of like getting mixed up as far as sort of like my days and times. So, but yes, tomorrow will be 7 p.m. Central Time, not 5. So, with all of that said and done, let's see. Who's doing some stuff right now? Who can I send you guys to? There's certainly a few people I can send you to. Actually, I do have someone that I would like to send you guys to. Another VTuber friend of mine, Polar Perry. wonderful penguin VTuber. She's doing some Pokemon Platinum today. So yeah, let's go ahead and post that bounty for you guys. If you guys would like to join me on this bounty mission and giving love and support to awesome streamers out there, I'd very much appreciate it if you can join me for that. So with all that said and done, hope you all had a wonderful day. Hope you all enjoyed the stream. Have fun, take care, and God bless to you all. Have a wonderful night, everyone. Time to send you out on your bounty mission. See you all next time. Bye, everybody.